Sir, we have appointed a new physiotherapist for you.
Assistant Iker entered the room and informed him.
What kind of joke is this? How many physiotherapists have been changed already? The pain never decreases nor ends. Iker, go and tell Zameer not to waste his time,
Hammad said, criticizing.
Sir, I tried to explain, but you know how much Zameer cares about you. He spends day and night searching for good therapists, and you haven't been able to come to the company because of your shoulder pain for days now. Zameer said to give this physiotherapist, Hina, a chance. If your pain doesn't improve, he will take you to another country for treatment.
Assistant Iker explained.
Well, did you check the documents?
Hammad asked.
Yes, the documents are clear, and the therapist is here as well. You can interview her if you'd like.
Assistant Iker informed.
Alright, call her in.
Hammad granted permission. Hello, how are you? Therapist Hina asked as she entered.
What rubbish. What kind of therapist are you? Asking how I am as soon as you walk in. You already know I'm a patient.
Hammad angrily replied. My bad, I'm sorry. Actually, I've never done home therapy before, so I'm a bit nervous, Therapist Hina admitted.
Iker, is this a joke? Has Zameer hired an inexperienced therapist for me? Doesn't Zameer remember how many experienced physiotherapists have already failed to relieve my shoulder pain? Anyway, Iker, politely ask this therapist to leave.
Hammad said. Sir, please, this is a matter of my career. Just give me one chance, and you won't regret it, I swear, Therapist Hina said.
Interrupting Iker, what kind of chance? How do I believe you? And how can I trust that you're a good therapist when you have no experience?
Hammad questioned. I know I don't have proof to convince you, but please believe me. I just need 7 days, just 7 days. If your pain doesn't improve within these 7 days, I will leave myself, and I promise I'll give up my degree and career if I can't relieve your pain. For a physiotherapist, their degree and career are everything. Please, just give me one chance, Hina insisted.
Okay, but remember, you only have 7 days to prove yourself. I don't like to argue much, and my time is very valuable, so keep that in mind. You can come tomorrow morning.
Hammad agreed reluctantly. Thank you so much, sir. You don't know what a huge favor you've done for me. I won't give you any reason to complain. I just have one more request, Hina said, stopping Hammad.
What now?
Hammad asked, annoyed. Look, before, your shoulder pain was the issue. But now, your pain is a threat to my career too. So, in these 7 days, you'll have to do everything I tell you, eat what I suggest, and exercise, because you know that's what physiotherapy is all about. I hope you'll cooperate with me during these 7 days, Therapist Hina pleaded.
Fine. But remember, only 7 days.
Hammad repeated as he left. The next morning at 9 a.m., Therapist Hina knocked on Hammad's door.
What's this disturbance so early in the morning? Who's ruining my sleep?
Hammad said, irritated, as he opened the door. Sorry, sir, but this is my time now, Hina entered the room and said.
You know this is disrespectful, waking me up this early and knocking on my door like this.
Hammad complained. I'm sorry again, sir, but remember, we made a commitment that these 7 days are mine. From what I've observed, you're a very rich and self-sufficient man. You don't tolerate anyone interfering in your affairs, and you're very intelligent and brave. But may I offer a small suggestion, Hina said. What Hammad asked with attitude. This arrogance, you should tone it down. Wealth often brings pride, but right now, you're my patient, which is why I'm suggesting it, Hina replied.
What do I have to do today,
Hammad asked softly. Now that's the spirit. Today is our first day. First, we'll try to move your fractured shoulder a little, and we'll also have some healthy food, Hina said, looking at his hand with excitement.
Diet food?
Hammad asked, looking around. Yes, I've brought diet food for you. For the next 7 days, you'll eat what I say and do the exercises I tell you to do, Hina informed him.
Okay, then. Can I have breakfast now?
Hammad asked politely. Sure, why not? After breakfast, we'll go to an open space where we can get some fresh air. Is there any place like that here? Hina asked.
The roof?
Hammad suggested, taking a bite of his veggie sandwich. The roof is fine, but a park or garden is better, Hina replied.
All right, then we'll go to the garden.
Hammad agreed softly. After breakfast, Hammad and Hina went to the garden and started the exercises. Hina was slowly moving Hammad's fractured shoulder and talking to him. Can I know how and when your shoulder got fractured? Hina asked, supporting his shoulder.
I used to play tennis regularly, and one day while playing, it happened when I hit a shot.
Hammad explained. It must have hurt a lot, right? Hina asked, looking at him.
Sometimes you ask questions that reveal your inexperience,
Hammad said, moving his shoulder. Look, I'm your therapist. I have every right to know exactly what happened that day. The more you tell me about your pain, the better I can treat you, Hina replied.
Okay, fine. Yes, it hurt a lot. The pain was unbearable. I dropped my tennis racket, and my whole arm wouldn't move. The tennis court security had to call doctors, and they rushed me to the hospital. Since that day, my shoulder has been fractured.
Hammad explained in detail. Good, thank you for cooperating. That's enough exercise for today. The rest will continue tomorrow. Please take care of your diet and eat only what I've suggested, Hina reminded him. Later, Hina and Hammad headed home, where Hammad said goodbye to Hina halfway, and they both went their separate ways. The next day, Hina knocked on Hammad's door at the same time. This time, Hammad was alert and ready for the second day of therapy.
What do we have to do today?
Hammad asked as he let Hina into the room. Today, we'll go swimming, Hina said excitedly. Swimming? Hammad asked, surprised. Yes, but you won't swim, you'll just stay in one place in the pool, Hina clarified. After breakfast, Hina and Hammad headed to the swimming pool. When they arrived, Hammad changed into his swimsuit, and Hina helped him enter the pool by holding his hand.
Aren't you going to swim?
Hammad asked as he got into the pool. No, I need to examine your shoulder. Fresh water is important for you, and I need to make sure your shoulder stays submerged for a while, Hina explained.
Okay, what do we do next?
Hammad asked, annoyed. Why are you so irritated? Hina asked, looking at Hammad.
The water is cold, and my shoulder still hurts,
Hammad said angrily. Hammad, I'm doing all this for your pain. Try to forget about the pain and enjoy the water, the atmosphere, and the moment. If you keep focusing on the pain, nothing I do will help. Have you ever tried to distract yourself? Focus on something other than the pain. Feel the water, the cool breeze, and my words, Hina said softly, moving closer to Hammad.
I think that's enough for today. I'm getting out of the pool,
Hammad said nervously, looking at Hina. Hina silently watched as Hammad climbed out of the pool and covered himself with a towel.
What's next?
Hammad asked, dripping wet as he walked over to Hina. We'll repeat the exercises we did yesterday, Hina replied. After finishing at the pool, they went to the garden, where Hina slowly moved Hammad's shoulder again and continued the conversation.
Why did you choose this field?
Hammad asked, covering his shoulder. I thought it had scope, and I also had the intention to help someone who might need me, Hina said, supporting his shoulder.
I think you should know that no therapist has ever treated me like this,
Hammad said. I know, and after starting your treatment, I realized you need healing more than medicine, Hina said, moving his shoulder.
If you had been in the pool with me, we might not have needed today's exercise,
giving Hina a sidelong glance. I think that's enough for today, Hina said, avoiding his gaze as she left the garden.